Howdy y'all, thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of a new expansion we have here for Legendary, Realm of Kings. Give you a whole look at the complete back here, and then zoom it in a little bit. Basically looks like it's going to add a bunch of stuff. These typically small ones add 5 heroes, as you saw 100 playable cards, 5 heroes, 2 new masterminds and villain groups, and then of course the rule sheet. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. I like Legendary a lot, so always seeing new cards to add to it is always amazing. I'm one of those completionists that likes to mix everything. Alright. Alright, right off the bat we have the instruction thing, the instruction booklet, Realm of Kings, gives you a little backstory here about the Inhumans, lets you know this is about the epic storyline War of Kings, and gives you a little bit of detail into that way if you want to know. When recruited abilities, so a new thing in this. Sounds pretty cool. Don't remember if I've seen any yet that have things when recruited, unless you're playing like X-Files Legendary Encounters. I know does some interesting stuff like that. And then of course there's the when recruited, like the one that lets you add the cards to the top of your deck and stuff. This sounds like it's going to give you stuff when you do the recruiting, so that sounds awesome. And then we got Throne's Favor here. Sounds pretty cool. So it sounds like there's basically you'll want to get yourself a token or something, which I know I've got tons of little coins I'll probably end up using for it. It's a Throne's Favor, and if you have the Throne's Favor, it looks like you get some extra abilities here. Abomination. Some Inhuman villains have become horrific, unpredictable, and even monstrous, accordingly to the use Abomination keyword to debut in the Legendary Captain America. Okay, so I'm about to say, I thought Abomination sounded familiar, so they're bringing Abomination back. I believe it was Arnim Zola that did that, but it's been a while since I've actually busted out my Legendary. I played it a lot, though, and I'm pretty sure that's where that one came from. Make sure you can see everything there, that way if you want to read through it all. And I'm going to go back to the front because I realized I didn't show the bottom part of Throne's Favor here. Sorry about that. That way you can kind of see a little bit of it all. That way if you want to read over it, see if it's something you want to add in. Okay. Teleport is a new ability coming back. Yep, it was in Dark City with people like Nightcrawler and Cable and whatnot. Sorry about that. Table was getting a little wobbly for some reason. Choose a villain group. Another ability, it sounds like. Here's more to that one. And then it lets you know that some of the heroes we're probably going to see in here, which I kind of assumed. Black Bolt, and we got Maximus. So just letting you know, you could have other versions of these characters from other games, or from other expansions, I should say. Game contents, like we pretty much said, we're going to have 5 heroes. We are going to count through to make sure that we have 14 cards for each, which is going to have 1 rare one, 3 uncommons, and 5 of one common, and 5 of another common. 2 new villain groups of 8 cards each, 2 new double-sided epic masterminds. Should be a mastermind card and 4 mastermind tactics for each of them. And then we should have 4 new schemes. And then we have some credits here. Alright, let's dig into the deck. Oh, I can get this open. There we go. So I do this the hard way, apparently. Alright, so right off the bat we have one that we definitely have already once before, but now we have him again, and it's Black Bolt. As you can see here, he's got 2 recruit, And I finally started learning these things. I always called them what I thought they were. Ranged, I believe, is this one. So it's a ranged to recruit. When recruited, you may KO one of your cards with no rules text. You can trigger it the ranged, gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to get +2. Okay, so like I said, I didn't read through that yet, but that sounds like you can use the throne's favor to get more stuff. That's pretty cool. So we should have 5 of these because they usually put the commons up front. 3, 4, 5. All right. Then we have his next common most likely, Wordless Murmur. It's another ranged. Gives 1 recruit, 3 attack, and it's a textless card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be his uncommon, Declaration of War. It is a tech to attack. Trigger with, I don't think that's the Inhuman thing. So I think that might be, yeah, I think that's the Inhumans thing. I meant to say as far as like the one they had before. It may or may not be. I don't remember it. So I think this is Inhumans because notice it's up here at the top. Gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Put each of those cards with no rules text into your hand and put the rest back in any order. So it helps you use some of those starters. We should have 3 of those. Then we should have his rare or his ultimate, as I always call it, the King's Speech. It is a ranged attack of 5. Gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to choose Speak or Don't Speak. Then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If you chose Speak, put all of them with rules text into your hand. If you chose Don't Speak, you may KO any number of them with no rules text. Put the rest back in any order. Pretty cool. And 5 attack. Alright, so we got all of his stuff. Let's move to Medusa, Queen of the Inhumans. She's got a strength attack here. When recruited, gain the throne's favor. 1 attack, gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend to get +2 attack. Or strike. I always call it attack. 3, 4, 5. Splitting Hairs. Sorry, that just felt a little thick, so I thought I'd double check. Splitting Hairs. When recruited, draw a card and gain the throne's favor. It is a instinct to strike or attack. When you play it as another or trigger the instinct, gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to draw a card. Okay. 4, 5. Royal Command. Instinct also, when recruited, gain the throne's favor. 3, strike. Inhuman trigger, gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to KO one of your cards. I'm always down for being able to KO cards. Headstrong. It's another instinct. It's our ultimate for attack. When recruited, draw 2 cards and gain the throne's favor. Gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to draw 2 cards. Seems pretty good. Then we got Crystal here. I think this is her first time. I don't remember her being in the game before. Instinct, or ranged, sorry. To attack. Earth, air, fire, and water. Wow, you gotta trigger all 4 of those, or have all 4 of those to trigger. But if you do, you get an additional +3 attack. I'm assuming one of her cards must be all of them. 5. Alright, we got Instinct here. Master of the 4 elements, 1 recruit. Choose one of the other classes. This card is only that hero class this turn. Draw a card. Draw a card seems good. Let you cycle through your deck. 5. Elemental Princess. This is a covert, I think is what they call it. Like I said, I'm trying to remember the actual text and what I put them as. 3, strike. When recruited, you may KO one of your cards that isn't one of those classes. Gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to make this card one of those classes this turn. Should be 3 of these. Then we have our ultimate. Weave 4 into 1. It is a strength for attack. When recruited, you may gain a class hero from the headquarters that costs 4 or less. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Put a strength hero, a instinct hero, a covert hero, and a range hero from among them into your hand. Put the rest back in any order. That seems really good, especially to trigger stuff. We have Karnak here, brilliant strategist, covert, 1 strike. When recruited, you get +1 strike. Covert trigger, when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Karnak should be new as well. Trying to remember if there was a Medusa. Find Fatal Flaw. It is an instinct. 0 recruit. When recruited, you get +2 attack. Choose a villain group. You get +1 recruit for each villain in your victory pile from that group. So the more you defeat, the better he gets for recruiting. 5. Shatter the weak point. Strength. When recruited, you get +3 attack. Choose a villain group. You get +1 for each villain in your victory pile for that group. Should be 3 of these. And then his ultimate, Seek the Center, is a covert. When recruited, you get +4 strike. Whenever you play a card this turn, including this one, you may first use that card's when recruited ability. I guess it always counts as a 4 attack. Okay. I was about to say, I'm not sure if that's all that good. Alright, Gorgon here. Lockjaw, Inhuman's best friend. Covert, 2 recruit. When recruited, you may teleport a 0-cost hero from your hand. Covert trigger, you may teleport another card from your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Teleport was a pretty strong ability. Stomping Shockwave, strength, 2 strike. When recruited, Sewer's Abomination after refilling headquarters. Strength, trigger, Streets Abomination. 5. Trample Under Hoof. Gorgon is strength card, 1 strike. When recruited, you may KO one of your cards with no strike icon. Highest Abomination. 3. And then lead the Human Elite. Strike for our strength ability. 4 strike. When recruited, Bridge Abomination. And then teleport. Inhuman trigger, Rooftops Abomination. So I believe the best way I can guess this Abomination thing has to be something like you gain the attack of that or underneath it, I'm assuming. And I'll go through that to be sure, but I think that's what it means. Otherwise, he don't really make a whole lot of sense, but I bet you he gains the stuff underneath. Yeah, I just looked it up real quick. It says it gives you basically, if it says, for instance, this says Bridge Abomination, that means you would get the strike equal to the printed strike of the hero in the headquarters space underneath the bridge. So that's pretty cool. All right, that makes him a lot better. All right, here we go. We're going into the villain group. We got Lineage here. Inhuman Rebellion. He's got Abomination. Fight. Rescue bystanders equal to the printed strike of the hero in the headquarters space under Lineage. 2 of him. Omega. Abomination. Fight. Choose Alpha or Omega. Then reveal the top card of your deck. Alpha, if that card costs 0, KO it. Omega, if that card costs 1 or more, draw it. So cool if you know how to set up your deck. Lash. Abomination, Ambush, choose a hero from the headquarters that doesn't have a printed strike of 2 or more, put it on the bottom of the hero deck. Fight, gain a hero from the headquarters with no strike icon that costs 4 or less. And then the Unspoken, ooh, he's a beast. I mean, just think of the comics. Double Abomination, Ambush, choose a hero from the headquarters that doesn't have a printed strike of 2 or more. Put it on the bottom of the hero deck. If there was no such heroes, then each player gains a wound instead. Fight. KO one of your heroes with no strike icon. I mean, double Abomination. That can be hard to beat. And there's 2 of him. That makes the complete 8 of that group. We get into the next villain group, the Shiar Imperial Elite. Plutonia here. While the Mastermind has the throne's favor, you must spend Recruit to fight Plutonia instead of strike. Ambush, the Mastermind gains the throne's favor. And then Fight, you gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you get +2 Recruit. Yeah, these should be the ones that are with Maximus Mastermind, I'm assuming, which would make sense about the throne's favor. Starbolt here. While the Mastermind has the throne's favor, Starbolt gets +2 strike. Ambush, the Mastermind gains the throne's favor. Fight, you gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may KO one of your heroes. 2 Starbolts. We got Mentor here. Ambush, the Mastermind gains the throne's favor. If you already have it, each player discards a card. Fight, you gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, draw 2 cards. Oh man, Gladiator. Of course, we should have known Shiar Imperial would make perfect sense. Ambush, the Mastermind gains the throne's favor. If they already have it, each player gains a wound. Fight, you gain the throne's favor. If you already have it, you may KO a card from your discard pile. Escape, repeat the ambush effect. Every time when I think of Gladiator, I think about the X-Men cartoon where he just picked up Juggernaut and just threw him. And there's 2 of him. Alright, we got Maximus the Mad Mastermind. Highest Abomination. Always leads Inhuman Rebellion. Oh, no, not what I thought. Master Strike. Reveal one of Maximus' remaining Mastermind tactics at random. Use its fight effect. Then shuffle it back into those tactics. Okay. And then, of course, they got his Epic Mastermind. Double Highest Abomination. Always leads Inhuman Rebellion. Master Strike. Reveal 2 different tactics at random from Maximus' remaining Mastermind tactics. Then use each of those fight effects in the order you revealed them, then shuffle them back into those tactics. So, little beastlier. One of his tactics, Echo Tech Chorus Sentries. Fight, each player KOs one of their Tech or Inhuman heroes or gains a wound. Sieve of Secrets. Fight, each player reveals the top 6 cards of their deck, discards all the non-gray heroes revealed, and puts the rest back in any order. Seize the Inhuman Throne. Fight, each player discards down to 4 cards. Maximus gains the throne's favor. If he already has it, he spins it, and each player discards down to 3 cards. And then Terrigen Bomb. Fight, put each hero from the headquarters that doesn't have a printed strike of 2 or more on the bottom of the hero deck. Maximus gains the throne's favor. If he already has it, he spins it, and each player KOs one of their non-gray heroes with a strike icon. Then we have Emperor Vulcan of the Shiar. Okay, yeah, I just didn't even think about him. Vulcan gets +3 strike while he has the throne's favor. Always leads the Shiar Imperial Elite. Master Strike, each player that doesn't have the throne's favor gains a wound, then Vulcan gains the throne's favor. Yep, he just slipped my mind. And then he's got an Epic. Vulcan gets +5 while he has the throne's favor. And he also starts with throne's favor. Always leads Shiar Imperial Elite. His Master Strike is each player that doesn't have the throne's favor gains a wound to the top of their deck, then Vulcan gets the throne's favor. Alright, blast every form of energy. If you have the throne's favor, you may KO a card you played this turn, and you may KO a card from your discard pile. Then Vulcan gains the throne's favor. So it's just a way of making him harder to beat, because you're going to have to constantly keep giving him the throne's favor, or his guys will be bringing in the throne's favor. Vast Wealth of the Shiar. If you have the throne's favor, you get +4 recruit. Then Vulcan gains the throne's favor. Contempt for weakness. If Vulcan has the throne's favor, each other player discards each of their cards that cost 2 or less. Then you gain the throne's favor. Solar Cage. If Vulcan has the throne's favor, each other player shuffles a wound from the wound stack and a non-gray hero from their hand into their deck. Then you gain the throne's favor. Alright, we've got the last 4 schemes. Our last 4 cards are just the schemes. Devolve with... I just realized I'd never figured out how to say that word. Devolve with Zeragen crystals. Zeragen. I'm sure I misspelled it, or missaid it. Terrible pronunciation. Alright, setup. Add twist equal to the number of players +3. Add an extra henchman group of 10 cards as Zeragen experiments. Special rules. All X experiments also have Abomination. Every time a twist happens, choose a hero in the headquarters that doesn't have a printed strike of 2 or more. Put it on the bottom of the hero deck, then play 2 cards from the villain deck. Evil wins when there are 3 villains per player in the escape pile or the villain deck runs out. So you can't just let them escape here. Alright. Tornado of Terrigen Mist. Setup. 10 twists. Each player puts a small object above the sewers to represent themselves. Special rules: you can't fight villains outside the city space where you are. You can still recruit from all headquarters spaces and fight the mastermind. During your turn, you can spend one strike any number of times to move yourself one space left or right. Interesting. Twist 1, put this tornado scheme card above the sewers. Twist 2 through 5, each player in the tornado space gains a wound, then moves this tornado card and each villain simultaneously one space to the left. A villain on the bridge escapes. Twist 6 to 9, same effect, but move them all to the right if possible. A villain in the sewer doesn't move. Twist 10, evil wins. War of Kings. So 11 twists. Twist 1 through 8. Stack this twist next to the scheme as a battlefront. This turn you may pay one recruit per battlefront to supply the war. If you pay, you gain the throne's favor. You may KO one of your cards. If you don't pay by the end of the turn, right after you draw a new hand, stack a card from the shield officer stack next to the scheme as a victorious general. The mastermind gains the throne's favor. They already have it. You gain a wound. Twist 9 through 11, the same effect, but with 2 victorious generals. Evil wins when there are 6 victorious generals. So it makes it harder to recruit. Alright, last one, ruin the perfect wedding. We have 11 twists, set aside 2 extra heroes to get married. Prepare each wedding hero into a separate 14 card stack, ordered by cost with the lowest cost on top. Twist 1. Put one wedding hero stack above the rightmost city space at the altar. Gain its top card. Twist 2. Put the other wedding hero stack above the mastermind space at the door. Gain its top card. Twist 3 through 7. Gain the top card of each wedding hero stack. Then KO 2 cards from the top of each wedding hero stack that has a villain or mastermind in the space immediately below it. Then the leftmost hero stack walks down the aisle, moving one space to the right. Twist 8 through 11, KO 2 cards from the top of each wedding hero stack. Evil wins when either wedding hero stack is KO'd. Definitely some fun ways to play. Can't wait to mix it in. Sorry that took a little bit longer than I expected, but I like to read through them, kind of see what they're like. We'll get this mixed in, maybe do some playthroughs on camera. We will see where I'm at on it. Other than that, thank you for watching and have a great day.